we record 19x19 pattern video longer than the 19x19 solving. We can create the real pictures, real drawings on this cube. I get lost again. I'm trying to get back to where I had for 10 minutes already. Doesn't work. It takes me longer to fix the consequences of my mistakes than actually recording this video. Ugh, damn! Why am I always wrong? Like the video, don't be a fool. Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic. 2 years ago I released a video dedicated to patterns on a 3x3 cube. And today I'm going to make some cool patterns on this 19x19 cube. This is the biggest puzzle on the planet. Recently I managed to solve this cube. It was my personal best, and my emotions after the solving were simply amazing. Today's patterns will be really difficult because it will be quite easy to get lost when making them. And I'm really afraid of this. Before creating probably the most spectacular puzzle on a 19x19 cube, I want to show it to you on a 3x3 cube. And making it on a small cube is simple. Even with 5x5 cube and 7x7 it can be done pretty easily. You can repeat it, and yet it looks cool also because it is easy enough to create. To do this, you need to move center side and the top. We make alternating movements with the central and upper sides. You should do the actions 4 times in a cycle. So we make one movement of the central part, one movement of the upper part, and repeat this 4 times. Now we turn the cube counterclockwise and go up. Let's do the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again we turn and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done, the pattern is complete and it's called super flip. It is called this way because absolutely all the edges of this cube are flipped. So as you can see, orange yellow are turned upside down, green yellow the same. This pattern looks pretty cool, but as soon as we make it on a 5x5 or even a bigger one, it will become the next level pattern. Check my movements. I do the same first thing as on a 3x3. And it looks in general exactly the same, but each center still has the space that we didn't use. Let's try to work with it too. For that we will need to do the same, but on the inner layers. We were just turning the center and the last layer, and now we will turn the center of one layer and the last 2 layers on top. It will turn out like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn over and again. Turn over. And boom! Now it looks cool enough. Just look, we've turned upside down almost everything. We keep the flip of each edge, even each part of the edge. There is also such an interesting thing that looks like a chessboard. It's so cool even with a 5x5 cube, but if you have larger cubes, for example 7x7, 9x9, etc., try doing the same. And now I will try to implement this pattern on a 19x19 cube. Naturally, folks, you can find this Rubik's Cube and many others by the link in the description at the Cubicle store. This is the coolest online puzzle store ever. There is an impressive assortment of Rubik's Cubes to suit every taste and budget. You can find there all WCA puzzles, Pyraminx, Megaminx, Scubes, Examinx of all kinds, and much more. Fast worldwide shipping is guaranteed, and a nice bonus for my subscribers, a discount with the Cubastic promo code. And this is where the difficulty comes, so guys, subscribe to my channel. And now I will make the first movement on this cube. 1, 2, 4. Wow, this is what a super flip looks like with one layer only. Simple enough, but if I make even one wrong move, and believe me, I can make a mistake even in such an easy algorithm, then I will have to solve the 19 by 19 cube again. And I suppose that you have already seen how I solved it, so just imagine what difficulties I would have to face again. Okay, that was the easiest. Now I have to control all the layers and count them, because it is really difficult to visually determine the center. I still have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more times we repeat the same algorithm. Damn. Whew. Okay, let's go further. Now we will do the same thing, leaving 2 layers on the sides. 1. 4. I got lost. Something went wrong. Let's try to get back. Done. It took me 20 years, but of course I did it. This is once again demonstrates that it is really better not to get lost. If you don't want to start all over again, I really hope that this time I will not get lost. 1. Everything is fine here. Here too everything is fine. And here it is somehow asymmetrical. Well, again, the same thing. I should solve it for the second time. Thank God it was not scrambled too much, but if it was somewhere on the 3rd, 4th or 5th layers, then probably... We will assume that this will lead us to solving the 19 by 19 again. Okay, let's go, 3rd attempt. Wow. I feel like 40 minutes have passed from the beginning, excluding the fact that I made wrong moves twice, but look how cool it looks. Awesome, it's just some kind of magic. It looks like a cube that has never been solved, as if it was created like this. Because it's hard to believe that this and this is the same pattern. So, even the simplest 3x3 patterns can look really cool on large 19 by 19 cubes. Wow, just take a look. This is amazing. Gorgeous. The elements here are so small that they seem to be pixels, and the colors at the end just merge. For example, I don't see specifically that there are white blue pixels in this area. I see such a light blue color here. It's the same over here, not separately orange and white, but light orange. Or here, for example, purple. Well, yes, two colors are just mixed like paints. And we get such unusual sensations, especially if you look at it from afar and defocus your vision a little. This is amazing, this is cool. But Today I have planned to show you two patterns, so now I have to bring it all back. As much as I wouldn't like it, but the main thing is not to get lost. Cool. In the meantime, while I return 19x19 to solved position, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. In one of the following videos, I will review the most expensive Rubik's Cube, so don't miss this video. I have videos every week on Tuesdays and Fridays, so make sure you subscribe. Well, 27 minutes and 40 seconds. It took me so long to return the pattern to the opposite position. It's a little offensive because I got lost at the very end and had to solve the last layers of 19x19 like a regular cube. But nevertheless, I was only fixing the situation for 27 minutes 40 seconds. It felt like 2 times faster than when I was solving this pattern. And now it's time for the next pattern. The most popular and best pattern that was in my old video is this one. Cube in a cube. It looks amazing with 3x3. It looks like we have 3 cubes and each is inside of the previous one. Here one external, one middle and one internal. Looks really cool, but it's just 3 layers. How will it look at 19x19? It will be possible to find out, but only after several hours of harsh work, I think, because it will be pretty difficult to do. I have already tried to make this pattern at 5x5, and for this I had to do not 1, but 2 wall algorithms in special sequence. And in order not to get lost and the structure of the cube not to be broken, you will have to use a certain sequence of algorithms. It's in my head now, I really hope that it is correct, because this is not the first time I have done this. We just filmed the exact same attempt and it took us about 2 hours because it didn't work that simple and I completely resolved the cube. Here's the proof. Well, again, the same thing. Lost again. I have been trying to return everything as it was for 10 minutes. Doesn't work. Am I wrong here too? It takes me longer to fix the consequences of my mistakes than actually recording this video. Like the video. Support me, you see, I suffer for the sake of content, guys. Let's get started now. Hope it works out this time. So, it looks really funny. After the first try we got a huge cube in a cube. Now we will build these cubes starting from the side towards the center. And as soon as we get close to the central part, we will no longer be able to use this algorithm. This is because it only affects everything on the outside of the cube. And behind the central line, behind this one, this is already the inner part, so we will need a special different algorithm, which we will have to repeat in such a way not to destroy what we have done before. Let's continue. It seems to be working out so far. Look, it slowly begins to work. Ooh, I really want not to be wrong here, because I've spent lots of time on that. It's time to go home. But I can't leave you without content, so I'll finish this video. Alright, that's all. How many times did I actually fail? Probably 1, 2 were at the beginning, then 2 here, 3 more, 6 or 7 times. An interesting fact, we record 19x19 pattern video longer than the 19x19 solving. Guys, today we have been trying to record this video for 11 hours. And to be honest, I'm already so tired of getting lost and so exhausted that I think about postponing the recording until tomorrow. I'm not going to give up, I really want to finish shooting this video, but please, at the moment, I really ask you to support me with liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Because now you really understand that this is all for real. I'm ready to spend a lot of time and energy for the sake of content, in order to create a really good, high quality videos. Therefore, guys, this video will continue literally now, you will see the result in just a few minutes, and I will be solving the almost scrambled 19 by 19 during the whole night today. If only puzzles were always solved quickly. Well, one more try? Let's go. Okay, well... Whew. Oh, damn. I'm moving on. This is the last algorithm that I do from this side, and I have basically nothing to focus on, because I got to the very center. Now I have to actually manually calculate each layer. Surprisingly, but I did it the last time, but I still got lost in it. And now the difficulty level is at the maximum, because the more layers I use in one turn, the easier I can get lost. I really hope that this will not happen again. I hope everything is correct. 1, 2... Come on! Did it work? Huh! Yes! Yeah! Whew. The most difficult stage is over. Now I have made this drawing, this is a half of it. The difficulty was that I had to move starting from these elements from the outside to the inside. But now we're exactly in the center and the algorithm will not work further. Therefore I need a different algorithm that will work starting from the inside and moving here. It's a little easier, but I still have to use one layer at first, simple, and then 2, 3, and the closer I get to the middle, to the very last layer, to this one, I will have nothing to focus on completely. Yeah, there I will be praying. Oh god, may the force be with me. Go. Oh, this is how it will work. I begin to turn over little by little, the corner first, 2 layers then 3, 4 and so on, to the center until such a single pattern is fully obtained. Now 2 layers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This video is sponsored by the Cubicle.com store. too. Yeah, that's it. It worked. I did it. Take a look. I don't know. Tell yourself whether it was worth it or not, but in fact it looks pretty cool. Looks so cool. I really like it. Take a look. Wow. You know, this illusion is similar to the feeling when it is not clear whether this point rises above the wall cube or actually gets down. Awesome. The only thing is that these strips of squares are not quite exactly even here. Here comes blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow. There should be blue, red, yellow here, and there should be blue, red, blue. It means I have an error here. So I will have to fix this to make an algorithm, and it's not really clear which layer got a mistake, and it's also unclear how many times it happened, so I plan to leave it that way for now. Moreover, we have been filming this video for 2 days already. In order to make such a pattern, I needed to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 algorithms on one side, accordingly 9 algorithms on the other, 18 algorithms. 18. And it took me 2 days. Can you imagine how difficult it was? Nevertheless, I'm not going to stop with these patterns no matter how complex they are. There is a lot of space on the 19 by 19 cube, and it is possible to create wall pictures here, wall drawings on this cube. And I would really try to do it, and no matter how many times I will get lost, I know for sure that I can return and redo it even if it takes me a few days. But nevertheless, I would really like to record such a video. Write down in the comments what you would like to see. What should I recreate on a 19 by 19 cube? Not just a pattern, but a wall drawing, a wall picture. It will be really interesting for me to read your comments, and of course subscribe to the channel in order not to miss this video. Thank you a lot for watching, that was Cubastic, bye everyone and have a good time!